Hey folks, it is the Nutty Knife Guy. This is not going to be a short video, but I'm just going to use my phone because it's quicker. This is kind of a public service announcement. I'm not going to the war post or anything like that because this thing is not worth the time or effort to go to the war post. Just don't buy it. I don't usually say that about a knife. This is a Gerber Highbrow. Got it at Rural King. It was supposed to be on sale, but it still costs $39. And it is just crap. The biggest reason is it's supposed to be an assisted opening. And that's how hard I have to try to get it open. It is really, really hard to get this thing to deploy. And this is after I've been playing with it for a while and trying to get it over. I do not know if you can see it, but my finger is actually red and has the beginning of a blister because I've been trying to give this knife the benefit of the doubt. And I just can't. It's got, I know I bought this in spite of having this safety, which the safety is like really, really loose and will come on very easily by itself. And you don't really need it because the action is stiff as hell. There are other reviews that I found online about this thing that didn't have that problem, but some of them did. So, this might be a perfectly good knife if the action wasn't so stiff. But my question is, how did Gerber let something that stiff leave the factory? I don't care if it is a China-made one. Now, let's see. I just had the package for this thing. Anyway, it came in a blister pack, so I couldn't handle it or try it before I bought it. And of course, if you order it online, you're not going to be able to try it before you buy it. So I'm saying just don't buy it, because if you get one like this, it makes the knife virtually useless. I mean, yeah, it is really, really tough to get open. This thing will go shut on its own. I bought this knife based on the fact that it was on special, and I like the design of it. And I might try to get Gerber to make this right. But my advice is just to pass on this one. I don't say this very often, but even at the price that I paid for it, and even if it worked right, I mean, the price that I paid for it, there's just no excuse for that. For the action this stiff, even after I've worked it and I've done this with it and just fidgeted with it until it got too painful on this finger to try and get it open. 7CR17 MOV steel, which is steel. It would be a nice little gentleman's knife. It's a little chunky for that, but honestly, I don't know how Gerber did this. Is there nobody at the end of the line when they're making these trying to use it? See, sometimes you can't even get it to deploy at all the first time. It's an assisted opening knife, and it is ridiculously hard to open. Now, I am not bashing on Gerber. As a matter of fact, it just so happens that in my rotation today is my Gerber Fast Draw. This has a nice snappy action. It's a nice little knife. It's got a little safety on it too. I don't like that, but I can get over it. But I have a lot of Gerbers. I've got 2 paraframes. I've got a Gerber Icon. I've got a Gerber Armor. I've got a Gerber Maul, which I absolutely love. So I'm not hacking on Gerber. But this thing, and I don't say this about knives very often. I don't know if I've ever actually said this on the channel about a knife. Might have, but I don't remember it. Of course, I got a lot of videos out there now. This is a piece of shit. This is useless. I mean, there's no excuse. It's an assisted opening knife. It takes a lot of effort to get open, and that's after you remember to put this thing, which almost always goes on by itself, the little safety here. Uh, Gerber really screwed the pooch on this thing. Again, this is a Gerber Highbrow. Honestly, I can't bring myself just to throw it away because I guess it's not completely useless. But this is going to be probably one of those knives that's going to go in my collection and get forgotten about if I don't try to get Gerber to make it right for me. Uh, I just don't know if it'll be worth the time. Now, like I said, Nick Shabazz uh, did a video on this. I don't know him. We haven't contacted, but I subscribed to his channel, and he seemed to like it pretty well. He even did a thing where he took it apart. But there was another one on there had exactly the same trouble I have. So it's a quality control issue. But like I said, if you get it in a blister pack, you don't know until you buy it. If you get it online, you don't know until you buy it, and you're going to get something that I mean, if you need to get this out in some sort of quasi-emergency situation, you're cleaning off a corroded battery cable in the rain. I've done that with my knives, uh, or anything where your hands are cold or something like that, and it's this stiff. You probably won't be able to get this open. You will definitely never get this thing open if you got gloves on. Uh, this is a hard pass. I do not say this about many knives, but it's a piece of shit. Don't buy it. And with that, I will leave you with my usual admonishment. 2. Dry your knives, not this one, only in just purpose. Sheathe your knives in a trash can with this one, only with honor, and to remember that without knives, life would be dull and pointless. And this knife has a point, and it's not dull, it's actually pretty sharp, but it still sucks. And I bid you goodbye.